Hello, and welcome back to our city here, Isla Glaze. It's getting started. It's kind of moving along. We got some basic grids. Well, I would say quasi-grid-like structures, not quite true grids. We got the grid for the industry, but the other two were kind of make it a little bit more organic. And this is the start of our city, and I think it's a pretty good plan. I think it's going to look real nice, especially when we do some detailing and stuff. Bring some, like I said, some park life DLC in here, industries DLC. It's going to really pop. Some of the new roads and stuff what we're going to build. We'll work with the water probably later on. Bring some water features in. It's like I said, we'll bring water into the park through under here. We're going to use some of the new bridges and stuff from the creator pack. It's going to look real nice. But before we do all that, we actually have to have people move in and live in the city. So in order to do that, we actually need like power and water. So if you're playing with the milestones locked, you'll have these few options here. And this is the most efficient water asset really in the game. And which we'll probably use. This one. This is the most efficient sewage processor, if you want to call it that. It doesn't really process anything in the game as well. So we'll start with that, and then maybe we'll, as we go and make some money, we'll maybe go with an inland treatment plant, and maybe the water pumps on the outlet. We'll see. There's a lot of water on this map, so we have a lot of options. You know, some maps don't have a lot of water at all, so you might want to be using the water towers and stuff like that. And of course, if you want like a look, you know, a lot of people like to put like the water tower right in the middle of the roundabout. You guys want to decorate with some trees, put a little fencing in, and that looks pretty. So go for it if you want. Hey, Flair Dion, good to see you, man. Starting a new city. I'm also on Twitch at New Build Cities. So smash my name all together and come join and say hi. Yeah, starting a new city, man. Just kind of going over some of the stuff real quick with the YouTube, kind of building out a little bit of a starter tutorial here for the folks, and going over a few things. The most efficient power of the two is wind turbine. So if you do have wind, which we don't, so we're not going to be able to use it. I would use the wind, especially if you're going to be playing with daytime always, so no day-night cycle, and we'll say sunny and bright out all the time, so no dynamic weather. Your natural resource or your renewables, I guess is the right word, are the most efficient, are more efficient than fossil fuel plants. But we have to use this. So this we might have to take a loan out in this city because we had to use this thing. It costs a lot of money compared to this guy. So we'll see. Making me a little nervous already, but we'll see. Well, we're gonna go ahead and do this. Where do we want to put the power plant? Maybe we want to put it kind of close to this area so we can run the power lines and not have to pay too much to run power. So maybe we'll throw it like in here off of this block. And then folks can kind of come off of this road here and make a right and deliver to our power plant. But we don't want them to stop right here. So we will put it like right in here, right in the middle of the block. It's probably good enough. Don't want to put it here because, well, one, it's a 4-lane road, so you can't get across the street. So just be careful when you put service type buildings on 4-lane roads like this. They got the median in the middle, so they can only they can only enter and exit one way. So if they need to, like, if you put your police station here, and the fire station, the fire's down here, they can't just hop out and go to put out the fire because they got a median in the way, right? They got to go here and go around the roundabout, cause extra traffic in your roundabout for no reason, and then come around this way. So same thing with like the coal, your coal plant stuff. Stuff comes and delivers coal to this thing. So you don't want to put it like on the road like this, so that the coal, they got to go around and do a goofy like turn and to come around and drive all over the city. They got to drive halfway around your city just to make a turn, right? You just want to put it on a nice road like this. That's fine. Let's see. We need water. This is going to be a little tricky here. So our industry is going to be here, but I probably won't build up right on the water. So I'm hoping I can just put this guy here for now. And he'll be close to power. We'll have I don't know if we'll be able to get away with not running power lines if I can zone it just right to get the industry to come over here without having to run the power lines. That would be pretty nice. And we'll do sewer. Oh, sewer's going to be tough because I put residents down here. So sewer's going to be pretty far away. It's going to get pricey because you can't have sewage running past your residents. They get sick. if it's too close. So we have our first neighborhood's going to be here. So that means we're going to have to not zone like right in here, at least in the beginning. We'll have to skip like this little piece here and zone like kind of like in here, because I'm going to put the sewer here. That way it goes and leaves my city and goes and pollutes somebody else's town. And it doesn't pollute my town. Problem with that, of course, we could use the inland water station, which might be actually the better option to use here. It's the same cost, and maybe we'll do that. Of course, we just spent the money, but we'll get some of it back. Maybe we'll do that instead. We'll put that guy in here. Process is the same amount. And if you don't have, of course, the Sunset Harbors DLC, you won't have that available, unfortunately. I think that's what I'm going to do, because it might be a while before I purchase this tile over here. It's one of the ones on my list to buy, but this might be a little while, and then having this here is going to prevent me from zoning down in here and kind of completing my stuff. I mean, it's not the end of the world, and it will make it easier to run the... I want the ones that make water pipes, so let's go ahead and just blow this up and put this in here. We'll use this guy. And maybe we'll put you over here. He's going to pollute. He's enough away from the water, so he shouldn't pollute the water. Give him a nice little center spot right on the block here. Now he might actually complete power. It might make it easier to run power here to here to here. That might work out pretty well. So we're going to have to run some water pipes. Now we have... Oh, also, go into the budget. Don't forget, you're using the... Oh, we can't... It's locked. Shh. Oh, no, the budget. Dial these all the way down. You're not... Definitely... The road... we're using dirt roads. Probably not going to matter. But we can dial it down until we kind of get our feet under us. You know, start making the money, start seeing some green numbers coming up every week. This, we're definitely not going to need, because we put down the coal plant. It's going to generate quite a bit of power. And we're going to have, like, 100 citizens, and this thing can probably support quite a bit. Same thing with the water. We're not going to need all the water capacity. So let's just go ahead and get these down to 50 to start. We can ratchet them up as we need them. And that way, maybe we'll save and make a little bit of money here. And we'll just run this right down the middle here. Nice and straight. Well, after it's done saving. So I'll put you right here. We'll do the nice 440 trick. Almost lined up perfectly with that. Would have been nice if it did. And we'll just do like a little bit there. That's good there. That starts that, and then we'll need to bring water here. So maybe we'll bring water down the middle. Or maybe we'll just come off of here. Make a nice grid. We're going to run out of money here if we do that. That's the only problem. So we're not going to zone on here. I'm not going to zone on here. So we can make a direct beeline to here. And we can come down like this. Maybe we come down a little bit farther. Run this along the coast. Put a pipe like this. That's going to go a little far. Like here. And we can do another 440 trick here. And that should be enough to get us started. We'll connect this here. And we'll come down. This is a closer way. Probably this way. So maybe we'll just come across here. And let's go like this. Make it somewhat parallel to the other pipe. And we'll come down the middle here. And that'll be our first start for our commercial. We got 16 grand left to run some power. That should be enough. We got power here and here, so we'll go ahead and power our pump. Like I said, we probably it'd be hard pressed to zone, so we could maybe zone a few industrial buildings here and have the power jump here if we really wanted to be on the cheap, on the cost effectiveness, cost efficiency, and then just run a power line here to here, or even pull another block out here. But it may not, because you don't get resident or industrial demand right away. You get residential first, and then we need to come here. So we're gonna have to bring a power line probably to about here. So maybe it's gonna be the long way, but I guess it'll be okay. So let's go ahead and bring it from here down into here. And then maybe we'll see if we can hold out on running power to the commercial until we start zoning some buildings. And then we'll pop out the land. They'll want to reach out and touch each other. And then we'll just run it from there. So just kind of do like this. Kind of follow the road. Well, there's our power. I still got 13 grand in the bank. We have enough power for a while, so when we put down any power, we have enough water for a while, so we won't be putting down any really major infrastructure for now. And let's get going. So how are we going to zone this? So let's go zone some stuff here. Definitely want to fill in this piece here. I don't want to zone on this road here. Actually, we need to do this. We need to change this to, this is going to be a 6-lane road. So we're going to do this. And it's not that much more to make this 4 lanes, so let's keep this, bring the 4 lane in here. We're going to want this. This can be 2 lane here. That's fine. And then we'll want to make this 6 lane here. Oh, this got to be 4 lane. Well, that's a shame. Alright, this one, I'm going to make this a 4 lane road. So I lost a little bit of space between the blocks. That's okay. And why did I do that? Good question. Why did I do that? I have an answer for it. And it'll come next episode. No, just kidding. We'll go over right here in just a second. Gotta turn off these traffic lights. So I want to make this a 6-lane road, because you see how we get the arrows here? We got a dedicated right-hand turn, dedicated straight, dedicated left. So as folks come in and out of the neighborhood, you know, they'll kind of go along. They'll actually use both lanes here. So the folks that want to say maybe go left will be in this lane on the left. The folks that want to be on the right will be in the right-hand lane. And then the folks that go in the middle, who knows what, they'll maybe be either one. And as they get into the neighborhood, they'll split, right? Because we got these nice arrows and we're forcing them to go a certain way. Same thing here. We want traffic to kind of like start fanning out as soon as it can. So this will kind of give us a straight here and a right here. So the folks that want to make the cross traffic turn, they get the nice dedicated cross traffic lane, which is why we're playing on left-hand traffic to begin with. So folks that maybe want to go to the shops down in this area, they'll kind of gravitate over here. The folks that want to go maybe down here and make right-hand turns like in here and down in here, they'll be in this lane here. And the folks that want to make the left-hand turn, which is the with traffic turn. So, you know, for those of you on right-hand traffic, it would be a right-hand turn. Hey, Arthur, how you doing? Welcome back, man. I named some stuff after you. I hadn't seen you in a while. It's a shame on the last city, so we'll have to rename some stuff again. But I had named some stuff after you on the last city, and I was waiting for you to kind of come back and say hi and kind of show you. But, you know, we're starting a new city. We got the YouTube folks here with us, and we're just kind of going over starting a new city. And going over a little bit of lane math right now, kind of why I'm choosing certain roads. Maybe a little bit more costly right now, but it's okay. And same thing down here. You know, since we only have like the 2 roads here, you know, we just got the 4 lane. We'll probably pull a road here for the farming, and then we'll convert this to like the 6 lane road to get the 3 arrows here, just like we do here in the residential area. All right. And then this will be all 2 lane road. This is going to be mostly light residential to light, we'll call it mixed density. It's going to have some high density. We're going to rezone it to high density a little bit later, like some proportions of it, but not the whole thing. And then this will, you know, 2 lane roads will be enough to handle the traffic. We'll run transit in here. We'll probably run bus or tram in here, you know, as it builds up. And same thing here. This gives us the ability to convert this to 6 lane road if it gets still busy. So that's why I wanted the 4 lane footprint here. And then we'll probably build 2 lane road for the farming, because we're gonna, you know, I hate to say but we're gonna build our industry DLC right, so it's gonna not generate a whole lot of traffic at all. You'll be surprised, because we're gonna do it. We'll go through it when we put that down. I'll show you how to set that up so you don't have to worry about traffic in your industry DLC area. All right, let's start zoning. So this is a no-no most times, but it's okay for right now, which is basically going to be, actually, you know what, we're going to have to start. Alarm just went off, if you heard it. It's time to go to work. So what we'll do is we'll end it here. So we got our power in. We got our water processing in. So we got our sewer, you know, with the inland treatment plant, and we got the water pump in. We got some lane mathematics here. And the next episode or next stream, and come back, we'll start zoning some folks, bring them in, let them come in, because of course you can see on the bottom right, we got a whole lot of residential demand in the beginning. So we'll zone some residential stuff in here. And then as we'll zone from here down into here, and then that way the power will start kind of jumping. And then we'll zone, like, say, the commercial building here, and maybe a couple commercial buildings here and here. And then, of course, we'll zone some industry up in here. And then we'll run maybe a little power line from, like, here to here, just to kind of bring power to the commercial area. Instead of running, like, a longer one, we'll be able to run a shorter one. Save a little bit of money there. And kind of rock and roll, and we'll just keep expanding and kind of go over the things as we unlock them, the schools and the police and fire and all that stuff. And then once we get to the third milestone, which is the one I always look forward to hitting, which is going to be Tiny Town, we get the park areas, new features park areas, and we'll get Industries DLC. And then our city is going to really take off. Oh, maybe we'll do fishing too. Oh, man, yes, we'll do fishing in here as well. So maybe our generic industry won't be that big. But we'll do fishing, because we have pretty close access to the highway, because we probably have fish in here. We'll just run one fish pier. Oh, we have tuna. So we'll run a little tuna guy down here. Oh, we'll first have to run the regular fishing. And maybe we'll put in one tuna guy. We'll put in one fish factory, the processing asset, which we can't go into and look at right now because it's locked up. And then we will do, maybe that'll give us the opportunity to put a fish market in our commercial area too. So we'll have a nice little fishing market area. We'll mix that up with the organic stuff, and it'll look pretty nice. So maybe we'll move the pump over here at that point, or maybe we'll build a little road that goes out to here, kind of like this, and we'll put our fishing pier like in this area and run the boats down like this, kind of like that. So kind of how you see it, and that way it gives us still the room, because it'll like take up this space, and the water's kind of nice and wide right here, just to stick out some piers, and then that way too, it'll be a little bit away from the pump, and it won't interfere with our farming industry and our forestry and shit. It's gonna be here and here. Yeah, I think so. I think it's gonna be nice. We'll have park life, so have our natural reserve park here, forestry DLC. Industries DLC, I mean, the farming and fishing, and we'll have them all rocking. We'll be hitting all cylinders by the time we hit the Tiny Town, and after that point, we'll be rocking and rolling, and life will be nice and easy. And we'll just kind of continue zoning, and then we'll do some nice, unique builds with some of the buildings. Yeah, we'll try to catch you tomorrow. For those of you on or of course, you can always check the YouTube. So I'm going to be recording this for YouTube as well. YouTube's on here right now, hanging out with us. And it's always set up to record it keeps the streams for 14 days. So, if you want to see, kind of skim through it, you can. Of course, Arthur, I always appreciate you because you're very interactive with the chat. So, I like to have you on board while I'm live because, I can say hi to you and talk to you, of course. That's the one thing you lose when you watch it later on, is we lose that interaction, which I like the interaction. So hopefully you like it too. All right, folks. It was a pleasure. We got it started, and we'll continue from here. Thanks for joining. I hope this is helpful in your journey in starting your own city. And as always, happy building.